Hello and welcome to Let's Play Endless Space 2, Series 8, Episode 39. I'm JC Proton. We are picking up at turn 104. We are playing a standard faction of the Unfallen on endless difficulty in a normal speed game. At the end of last turn, off camera, there had been offered by the Cravers and the United Empire. They both had offered a truce in exchange for a pile of resources, and so I decided to accept that because I wanted the resources. So now that was last turn, and so we're starting this turn, and I'm going to go ahead and declare war on both of them again. Because neither one of them is going to really be peaceful. So they say give peace a chance. In this case, neither one of them is really a group that we're going to give peace a chance. And also, we've got a really bad pressure trend going on over here versus True Horatio. Because our Vine network has been expanding and we have nodes that are within his space, within the influence radius of his systems, then we get a negative diplomatic pressure from that because he's applying influence over systems we control. Basically, our systems are within his influence radius, kind of thing. So we're going to need to maybe have a negotiation there. But first things first, let's see. So we're probably going to declare a diplomatic imbroglio there to try to help with the pressure trend. We've got this anti-hero with 1,000 something. Anyway, we're close to a couple of those. So there are only 3 left to explore to complete this step in the quest line. Excuse me. And we're close to 2 of them. So here at Lupus, we can explore. And this quest curiosity will yield us something. 100 dust, okay. And this one over here looks like we just barely beat Horatio to this one with our hero. You can see there's a lot of things that we're going to have to look at here. A lot of dialogue boxes and stuff. 20 Hyperium. Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. I love getting Hyperium. Can definitely put it to use. And then there's another one. So we're at 7 of 8. And the other one is here at Regulus. And I've got a ship on the way for that. Not quite there. We're out of movement. So next turn. Next turn we'll get to Regulus. All right, let's take a look at these, and then we'll go ahead and get cracking on declaring some more war. Keep in mind, I am actually a pacifist faction, and pacifist is the ruling party. But you can see down here that there is a lot of military support right now in our government, at least from our population supporting the militarists. Excuse me. So this is our Senate breakdown, and this is what our population actually support. Okay, so we've got a market-wide price decrease. So these prices are dropping for strategics and for luxuries. Supposedly prices are dropping as well. Ship prices are dropping, but really none of these ships does more than 100 damage, right? So it's not like they're really that relevant. And then the heroes, see, the level 2s are 20,000 and the level 5s are 49,000. You got a Craver, you got a Horatio, you got a minor faction and another minor faction. So they're there. I have 47,000 dust. I don't know that I'm inspired to buy a hero or hire a hero out of the market right now. Let's see, we entwined 3C75. Excuse me. And 3C75 is now owned, and its effects are applied to Koyasil, my home system. Gives extra influence and science per population. And then we also entwined NGC26598, which is this collapsing star, and that's 50 influence per turn applied to AA4 Koyasil. Okay. Before I forget, so a couple things Jeffrey Draper 4019 had mentioned. He had said, "Hey, are you going to wipe out the United Empire, or are you going to keep them around on one system, just as kind of a joke? Yeah, it's for humor material." And I was thinking about it. It's like, I was planning on just wiping them out completely. But then I thought about it. I was like, well, if I could keep them around and then have them be like in a forced peace state on just one planet, right, on one system, I could then, if they were in forced peace, we can use them as a bonus for my harmonious and mutual understanding. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So there is some residual value, potentially, but there's also the hassle of maintaining that and messing around with it versus just wiping them out. So there's a solid maybe I might do that, but I'm probably just gonna wipe them out. Jeffrey Draper also had an observation when looking at the ships. Oh yeah, see, I unlocked liquid composites, so I can do the Forest class hull, which is the big ones, and I went ahead and queued up the advanced version of it as well, which is right here. And in the meanwhile, we're going to work on mineral manipulation, which is this one here. I'm going for the trading company one. I finally got off the knife's edge and made a decision. I think having more resources coming in or raising the trade system value is going to be more valuable than just generating more dust. So I finally made a decision on that one. I'm going for the trading company one. Anyway, his point was that it was lower cost, the Terraco lasers. So let's create a ship, Forest class, we'll say. Look at that big boy. That is a big ship right there, boys. Okay, so here's the beam weapon, and here's the Terraco. And it doesn't matter which placement we have for these, the damage is the same. So, looking at these, the beam weapons, 380 is the cost, right? 304 is the cost for the Terraco laser. So that's significant. That's more than 20% cheaper, right? In addition, the Terraco actually does a little more damage. So, for example, if we go double beams, actually, let's just say we go all beams, right? 13,675 damage. 4,020 is the construction cost. First we go all Terracos. 3,716 is the construction cost, and the damage is 14,432. So the Terraco lasers are better than the beams, objectively. They're lower cost and they do more damage. Um, the main difference between them on statistics is, like I said before, the Terracos do less hull plating penetration than the beams. The beams cut through the hull better, basically. There's a difference in crit rate as well. The Terracos have a 10% crit chance. The beams only have a 5% crit chance. So I think that's where, excuse me, some of that extra damage comes from. 181 on all three ranges versus 273, but that's cut in half at short and long range. Okay, so and here we get a sneak peek at what the forest class will look like. The way I would kit it out, probably. Two ways to do it, right? You can go cheap, you go big. So there's that way of doing it, right? That's going cheap, cutting the resources to the minimum, right, to the bone. So 34,000 hit points, 14,000 attack, 15,000 points worth of shields. Another way to go if you want to spend more resources would be to pump up the armor to that kind and pump up the shields to this kind, and then go with more repair here. Spending a little bit more resources, but you have a little bit less shields, but you're repairing 15% in the battle, and 10% afterwards. So it's another 25% repair on the ship. So, so you've got that. So that's a couple of different ways I would probably play this. You know, maybe go with a Terraco laser in here. Maybe. I don't know. I might kind of do some with Terraco lasers and some with beams and see how they compare in actual combat. Don't know, but that's a peek of what we might be looking at. You know what? Let's just grab a snapshot of that in case we want to use it as a thumbnail. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna just abandon that. Okay, so we'll actually build it out after we have finished researching it, the advanced version of it. Then we'll actually maybe build one. Okay, so we completed that tech, and we're doing mineral manipulation, which will give us the Shiun Cartel and the Borers Build Borse. Say that real fast. That's kind of a little bit of a tongue twister. And we unlocked Preserver of Nations, which we already lost to the Cravers. We get one more lost slot, and our civilian fleets go faster, and we have the option of building obelisks of all space-time, which probably not going to happen. They're kind of a thing that you would build maybe. Like, I maybe build one on my home system, but that would be it. That would definitely be it. So, yeah, they allow manpower capacity, deployment limit for defense, vision range, plus 5 FIDSI per pop. That's not nothing. And plus 50% star system trade value. Pretty expensive to build, though. Pretty expensive to build. I could see maybe building one on my home star system. That would be it. Okay, so we got that going. Yeah, Craver's already got that one. So off camera, I went ahead and went through the build queues on the planetary systems and updated them. So Koyasil built a light ship and now has a fire ship queued. We built a few siege ships. We built a new trade company headquarters at AE. So that one is located here. That was this one between these two. So here's a trade headquarters, here's a trade headquarters, here's a trade headquarters. And the trade network now looks like this. So the three headquarters are down here, and then we have subsidiaries at these three systems at BH, BJ, and BK. The other two headquarters will be over here at Nos and Heracles. So that's where we're at right now, and the way they are producing is like this. Okay, so let's go ahead. And it's funny how you have to scroll through here, right? And then I come out and I come back into it, and now, oh, it does all fit. Okay. It doesn't all fit. Okay. Usually it kind of goes back and forth. All right, so let's go ahead and level these up a bit. Okay, so that's up to level 4 now, same as the others. 4, or whatever, not level 4. 4 trade fleets for luxury and 4 bullion freighter fleets. Excuse me. All right, so this one will level up quickly too, and kind of catch up to these more or less. Give it a few turns and he'll kind of catch up. All right, cool. So we got that rocking. Here's the rate at which we're gathering the resources that we are focused on. So we are at 16 deciduous trees per turn, 32.9 transvine per turn, 16.5 gossamer per turn, and 7.5 dust water per turn. So we've got dust water here at BH, BG. There's one at Nos, which we don't have yet, and there's one over here at CA. This is what I decided to name the system. So yeah. All right. So let's get on to doing the stuff. Okay, so this fine fleet, having them come over here to ANA, and we're going to have them entwine here to get this hydromial and antimatter, maybe, if it lets us colonize. I'm a little confused as to why it does or doesn't let us colonize. Like CA, it let us colonize there. And it's clearly within the influence radius of Horatio. Kraz, it's not letting us colonize, and Kerr, it's not letting us colonize. It says they're unavailable. I don't know why. I straight up don't understand why. They are inside the influence radius radii too, but because they're on star lanes, maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. We're going to go for Aina as well. So we'll fly over there. And I try to entwine. Okay, so Aina should be done in one turn. ANA should be done in one turn. We'll see what happens with those. Because we have these systems under the influence bubble, let's go ahead and look at that.
Greetings. Hearing from you is pleasing. Like unexpectedly seeing our reflection.
Alright, so this influence pressure is not great. It looks like we're about to the point where he could make a demand on us. that point over here is about here. So it looks like he could make a demand on us. Not a big demand, but he could make a small demand. Excuse me. And that's only going to get worse, right? As we get more systems within his influence radius. So let's try let's create a bureaucratic imbroglio, which will make him kind of dislike us a little bit, but you know, it's kind of gonna be whatever. All right, let's see what happens to our influence pressure now. Now it's on -4.5 instead of 5.5. That's not very impressive change. Yeah, the diplomatic choice didn't really change it that much, did it? I'm just gonna have to be a lot stronger than him. I'm also gonna probably have to entwine a bunch of his systems. All right, so let's go over here and let's declare war. I did all that without even looking at all these things yet.
We hail your rational leadership.
You're one of our favorite fish in this galactic sea.
Though we doubt the purity of your motives, the Protectorate has a proposal for you.
Huh. Their offer has dropped a lot. It used to be better.
Any decision from a friend as wise as you would hopefully be a good one.
You are the galaxy's greatest creator of imposed ugliness. Wow. Okay, he's surprised again. He shouldn't really be surprised because I've been doing that, but you know, hey. Okay, so now that we've declared war, we're back to sieging again. So the siege literally lasted from the end of last turn to the start of this turn, basically, is what's happened. But in that time, of course, his plan has regained huge amounts of troops, so we're going to have to siege them all the way down from the top again. So you know, I mean, he does gain a delay. It does slow us down in our sieging. Siege. So all of those are siege ships. Okay. Okay, these 10s can reach. That was my concern, was that some of them didn't have enough movement left, and I was thinking I'd put them to Nos instead, but whatever. It is what it is. 1582. Okay. Alright, and I'll pretty these up off camera, I guess, and make this a little bit less chaotic. Whew, that's a lot. Okay, that's a little bit more controlled now, right? Ah, 8 more. I guess I'll just do it now. All right, so it looks like we have 76, 79 total siege ships. So we're still building them a little bit here and there, right? Koya still has built a light ship. Let's see, that's 2 siege ships there. A siege ship there. A thorn there. A siege there. Okay, so I guess we'll probably send the thorn over this way. The siege up to here. These sieges up to here. The light. That's a good question where that one's going. I think I'll bring it down here to kind of be a flagship, and we'll end up putting together like a fleet down here, I guess. That is a siege ship there. There. Alright, that's moving all the fleets we made, I think. No, that one can come up here as well. So yeah, I'm going to have to look at on my ship designs, looking at maybe putting Terraco lasers on there after all. Maybe one Terraco and one beam and kind of compare and see how they perform, or maybe just go Terracos. I don't know. I like the beams for the cross flotilla lane battles, the ability to do full damage at max range, but the Terracos do more damage at medium, so I feel like they both kind of have a place. Okay, Horatio's coming over here to incandescence, and I'm not allowed to colonize here. It says it's already colonized. I think it's a quest system for the Sophons, if I recall correctly. It's been a very long time since I played them. That's one thing I want to do. I want to run through games of all the base factions, and then I'll do the DLC content as well. I also want to knock out all of the victory conditions, and so this is the last victory condition to meet, is score victory. So we're going to do score victory on this one, and then after that we'll just play regular with all the victory conditions enabled. So the games will be a lot shorter than the last couple have been. Okay, so we built these things. We got the trade company headquarters. We pumped up the fleets. And we're still doing some terraforming. We're getting mostly caught up with the terraforming, though. Most of the stuff has been upgraded at this point. Same thing with population. I already shuffled those around off camera before I started recording, so this one doesn't have to include that. Okay, let's run through these leaders. He's going to be level 12. I did a little renaming on the leaders. To include, like, if I'm planning on having them be a senator or not, kind of thing. See, we could go more industry. We could go with lower assignment duration. I think I'm going to lean towards that for now. I don't really need the approval right now. with assignment duration for now. Alright, so this one's a governor. Extra industry per population is a pretty good choice to make. Senator, governor. This one's a really good choice as a ecologist leader, unless I can get the Horatio one. Excuse me. The Horatio have an administrator, an overseer that is also ecologist, and that one would be even better than this one. But this one has a bonus to deposit value on strategics, and the Galactic Senate one is a industry per hero level on all your systems. So boosting all your systems industry by a percentage is pretty good. That's pretty good. So a little bit more industry or influence. I'll go for the influence. Kind of waffling there. This guy reaches level 9. Apparently I already applied the point somewhere. Epistis boost has ended. Epistis, we have 26 of them. Alright, we have them spread around far and wide to most of our systems now. Still working on getting them fully distributed. Doing that off camera, of course. And we still have a few populations that are pretty low. Still working on getting them multiplied around. And we get a new hero, which I gotta say, that militarist leader is a really good one. This guy, Fuchsia Keen Crest, not really. 10% projectile damage. Can't really say he's the one I want to pick. And the Unfallen. I mean, ship repair is cool. And hostile treaty cost reduction and peaceful treaty cost reduction. I think I'm just going to go with this guy because he is first of all, he's an administrator, right? He's an overseer, so that's a really good branch. And then he also has the United Empire abilities, right? And then his empire-wide bonus is increased industry on all systems. Excuse me, based on his level. And like I said, it's a percentage thing, so that's fantastic. So he is the winner. And we'll apply him to some place that has high industry and has resources that matter. Like, this would be a pretty good choice. AG4 would be pretty good. We need more adamantium. We definitely need more adamantium. And I don't think this guy, this guy's not producing more adamantium. So let's go to AG4. Let's kick him out. So this guy's abilities do not include increasing resources at all. So you're out. And you are in, my friend. And we're going to level you up. Spend those points right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't see him getting beat out. I don't think anybody is going to beat him out. Extra manpower capacity. Extra influence. See AG4. We know we're good to that point. Let's look at AG4. Does not have any hot. It does not have any sterile. Okay, 10% more troop capacity. His troop capacity is at 2,000. So that would be 10% more would be 200 more, which would be an extra 20 industry. 20, no, 40. 20%? Would be 40 industry. Yeah, we'll do that one. Because of SimCamp. All right, cool, man. So we're close to being through this turn, actually, already. So the loss ratio made it over here. These guys managed to not get attacked by the Cravers when they were at Seganas or Fad or where I think it was Sirma. I think it was Seganas. Yeah, it was Seganas. Because that's when the Cravers had asked for a truce. So since they'd asked for a truce, they basically decided not to attack me. So that I got really lucky, right? That was pretty cool. So this guy, he's gonna just hang out. This guy here at Lupus, I don't know what else to do with Lost Horatio, man. I kind of feel like maybe he's gonna come hang out over here at Ugaro and guard, and we'll try to entwine it, right, at some point and see if we can take it. Maybe we can get over there with our vines. This guy, it's not a super impressive fleet. It's only 8,500 attack, but it's probably enough that we can give the Cravers a hard time a little bit. What do we have here? 12,000, 250. I should probably have him come back and pick up more fleet and you build like a real fleet. I should have him put together like a real fleet, and then we could maybe stir up some trouble. Like I could fly him over to help support this fight way over here, but that fight is just about ready to happen. Just out of curiosity, how what would that look like, just for fun? Probably just be like a direct flight, because he just goes off lane like a boss. 4 turns. He'd be there in 3 turns, man. That's crazy. Yeah, it's literally just cross open space. Well, if I did that, he would pick up, how many ships are over here? That's 3 command points. Most of this is questioners. That's up to 1,000 damage. And that's another 1,700 for that ship. So 2,700 attack. 25,000, 35,000 hit points, 15,000 hit points, 1,200 attack. Yeah, we'll probably take the pirates down pretty well just with this fleet now. That's actually good enough, I think. I think they'll be good on their own, and we might end up needing this for a battle against Horatio. We might end up at war with Horatio, you know, and I'm going to want him nearby if that's going to happen. What's this Horatio fleet look like? 13,000 attack. Yeah, that's pretty real. All right, let's just bring this fleet back. Trying to see the flight path here. Okay, we'll just head this way. Oh, he's out of movement. Okay. We'll just let him sit here then, and we'll revisit next turn. I'm going to sit there not guarding. I'll just wait and see, because we'll have new vines up, and that makes a difference. Okay, this guy is going to attack. Kaboom. Okay, we've got a nice siege happening there. 1,500. And we'll start sieging. And if I recall, I did a pillage on Genemos. So we're actually going to invade Genemos next. And when we hit Nos is going to be a pillage. And then we'll hit it again, and we'll invade. And then we'll do Heracles, man. So I don't think there's a whole lot left on ships to do. Let's see if there's anywhere where I can attack Cravers. See, there's one. Oh, he hasn't arrived yet. Okay, he's still on the way in. Okay. I don't see Craver fleets flying around for me to go after them. That makes me think I need to come back here and... Oh, did I not declare war on Cravers again yet? Silly me.
What do you sound like when you scream?
Okay, let's make sure I have enough influence here. I'm not going to be messing up any laws anywhere. We have fair trade. Fair trade, it requires upkeep of about 2,000. We have 6,000, so we got plenty of influence left. We can spend it. Yeah.
Speak your mind. No lies.
All right, buddy. Here you go. You prefer war with us anyway, right?
What plans does the coward hatch?
Wow, the coward. You're the one who's asking for ceasefires all the time, dude. There, you are there. Poof. My plan is to attack your shipping in any way that I can. Segonus, look at that, being sieged by the Cravers. I don't see any of the little things to catch. Here's one. Ooh, 1,800, nice. All right, this is almost assembled together here. Pirates down here. Here at Regulus. We're going to get the thing. Excuse me. Alright, so let's just go ahead and advance the turn. And we'll, real quick, see if we can knock out some stuff for turn 105. Oh, wait. I forgot to reassign that hero. Okay, that dude. planet on system. So he's good where there's sterile planets and there's like permanently sterile planets. And he doesn't do resources. So to me, that makes me think Ariga. Because that one's permanently sterile, but then there's only 3 planets on that system as well. So it's a little bit of a toss-up. But he's kind of a good fit. So sure, I'll put him there. So this is his contribution at that system. That'd be fine. Cool. All right, now we'll advance the turn. Hopefully I didn't forget anything else that was important. All right, so on scores, you can see I'm at 3212. Horatio's at 3067. So I am now definitely in first place. I have passed Horatio by 150 points, roughly. And only Horatio and I are in the 3,000 point club. Everybody else is down in the 2,000s, except for Lumeris, which is 1,200, and Vladimir doesn't even have 1,000 points anymore, or yet. I'm not sure if he ever had 1,000. So he's United Empire is definitely in last place. Even the Vodani are ahead of the United Empire at this point. Okay, this dude is coming down here. Come on. And we'll explore the quest item. All kinds of fleets showing up here from the Vodani. That's cool. Vodani are my friends. I'm cool like that. I'm really friendly. I'm really friendly, man. I'm a pacifist. Ooh, 30 titanium. Nice. Okay, we entwined Lena, or Aina, and Ine. Cool, let's go take a look at those, man. It will let me colonize of them, apparently. That one, and that one. Wow. Well, I don't mind if I do. Monsoon Jungle Toxic. We'll take the Toxic. Cool. And at Ane, Terran, snow. It's going to be one of the snows. Small snow, tiny snow. I guess I'll take the small snow. You can't help but wonder with those big rings and stuff, maybe there's like weird magnetic fields or something that's in this endless universe or endless galaxy. There's like a different physics going on that supporting structures like that to form. Very interesting. It's pretty cool. Okay, so now let's get Ranas, man. Frogs! Let's grab the frog system. Boom. Yeah, we'll entwine it. It's only going to take one turn. Let's go to Jundur. And we're going to entwine it, and that's only going to take one turn. And how is this going here? Minus 4.4 on the pressure trend. I mean, it gets better as our score goes up by comparison. I think pretty soon I'm going to run out of systems that are not controlled by Horatio, and I'm going to start entwining Horatio controlled systems, and we're going to find out then what's going to happen. So after Ranas, this one's going over here to M29, and the one's going from Jundur over to Arcab. Then I'll have to kind of do some thinking about it. We got this one completed, Boris Guild Boris and the Shun Cartel. So that one is one that is just costs industrial resources to build, so I'll have to queue that up all over the place. Let's see, what did we build? We built a fire and some thorns and did some terraforming. We built a lot of thorns. Oh, because we didn't queue up any more siege ships. Yeah. Normally what I do is I'll sneak in some siege ships ahead of the thorns, but I kind of forgot this time. So we ended up with a whole bunch of thorns. That's okay. We needed some anyway. We completed some microwave pipes. We've got a little more terraforming to do. Cranking up our science and research capabilities, it looks like. What's our score up to as far as 53,000 science per turn now? Okay, cool. So this is what we have queued up. So we're going to do the next improved version of the large ship, the carrier type size ship. We're going to do autonomous mining, which is going to give us urgent AI research, but it's also going to give us self-mining MPO, which makes the +1 resource generation up to a +2. So everywhere we have the thing built that's +1 resources, now that's going to be a +2 resources. Then we're going to do floating superstructures, which will give us higher populations on gas planets. And mech suit quarter, which gives us more resource generation on strategic and luxury deposits. And then after that, I think we're doing some stuff over here. More population on any planets that happen to have a moon or gas planets. And then we're doing some of these things which may or may not happen in that order. Also want to pick up mega risk containment, because that structure is pretty darn good too. So the order might kind of shuffle around a bit here on some of these later ones. Depending how I'm doing on populations, I'm going to pick up chlorophyll chemistry so that I can get the super biofuel factory. Once we start like really maxing out excuse me, really maxing out our population on our systems, that's when it's time to build those, man. So yeah, that's kind of what we got laid out before us. Excuse me. Population grew. We'll have to shuffle those things around. Looks like we got another eider. That's good. We need more of those. We got the cleaver beam. Ooh, we got 50 adamantium though for the photobomber quest. Excuse me. Okay, the chase is not over. Intercept the photobomber ship and we will get Reanimator, which is a system improvement that uses antimatter, but it gives you extra defense capacity. Okay, so where is he? He's over here? Interesting. So I probably need to move a really fast fleet to try to catch him. Okay, so I might do that with like this fleet. I might do that with my other fleet over here, my other fast fleet, or I might use both of them to try to catch him. You end up getting him. If you catch him, then you get to use him as a hero, and he can either be a fleet commander or a governor on an administrator on a system. He's offering truce again for 16 titanium. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, we got that outpost. We got that outpost. We'll do that off camera. All right, let's move our fleets and we'll see where we are. Okay, so we're going to move a bunch of the siege fleets over from Genomos over to Nos. Let's see, these guys, these siege ships are all going to go to Nos. These ones are going to go to Nos. Probably. I guess we'll just send them there for now. Alright, and what do we have here? That guy, I'll have to make a decision. That guy's going to blow up this. And get some more dust. That guy is going to probably fly over here somewhere. Not going to go there. Probably go here. That's an invasion happening there. Wow. That is looking bad. These guys dropped off their troops. 0 troops out of 2,100. 0 troops out of 4,100. Wow. Okay, let's take a look at these fleets, man. 14,000 attack. It's balanced, offense and defense. 2,400. Maybe he's going to clear on out of the way. You do not want to be there when these guys show up. The guy at Regulus did his thing, revealing that, so I guess maybe he's just going to kind of hang out. Let's maybe get him out of the way. Beautifier, huh? Alright, and it's just down to them deciding what to do with that fleet. Let's see, just on a lark, if I were to fly down here to try to catch the photobomber. See, this guy moves at a fleet speed of 17. You know what? Let's do it, man. Let's get down here. Look at him go. Dude just cruising. Right? Right across the middle of the galaxy. Just right past the big empty void in the middle. He's going to truck his way down here to Duce. We'll see. I may do the same thing with with my fleet over here. This guy has a movement speed of 19. I would probably leave behind the fire and the thorns. But if he was coming over here, 3, he could get pretty close too. So I might do that. I might bring them both over here. Might make the Sophon's a little nervous. But that's the thing I might do. I don't really need that much firepower over here. I think just the regular fleets are fine. I don't necessarily need... I'm not going to have like big fleet battle showdowns where my heroes will get a lot of experience anyway, right? So, yeah, I might do that. I'll make a decision off camera, and you guys will get to see it in the next recording. When we'll pick up next time at turn 106. I've done most of the stuff. I've got a bunch of stuff to do off camera here, so I got a lot to do. But I'll get that done, and we'll see you guys again next time. Thanks everyone for watching.